morning and welcome back to the Wisdom of Odin. Today I am in Greece. I'm here to meet Trago, or the artist known as Trago. You may know him from Instagram or from the podcast interview that we did recently with him. Well, not so recently. But today is going to be quite the adventure. So we're actually going to be making a song here, and it's going to be a harmonizing between Greek and Nordic deities, and we're kind of just seeing where it goes, and I'll be adding some vocals to it, and this song will be available for you to listen to on Spotify and all that good stuff in the future as well. So, but the first time you'll be hearing it, I believe, is actually in this video. So really, this is the making of that song, the adventures here. I'll have an interview, lots of good stuff. For now, I'm enjoying this beautiful morning before it gets too terribly hot. But now, let us go and find Trago and see what he is up to and get some breakfast.
So Trago comes from the words goat in Greek, tragos, tragedy, which is tragodia, and song, which is tragoudi. So mixing these three words that mean a lot to me. Tragos, symbolizing Pan, the wild, my favorite animal. We have tragoudi, which is the song, I make music. And we have tragedy, tragodia, which means, you know, life is a drama, there's always a story to be told. And combining these three things, we have Trago, my name. And it happened to be available, so I coined it as the name of my persona. It hurts my heart to see every summer in places all over the world, but also Greece, to have so many wildfires or arsons. These things destroy millions of trees, and usually it's because somebody wants to build a hotel or to turn it into, you know, an urban area, which for me is a crime. You cannot destroy these places. So that's why it's something that I always feel pain about, and I wanted to add this in the story. So the bad guy in the story, personifying greed as a concept, wants to destroy the forest to build a hotel complex. And then I happen to be the person in the military, autobiographically, that patrols the forest with my team to make sure we don't find anybody shady. Eventually I meet this lady, and she's there with the team, and I'm the guy of the city, she's the lady of the forest. She teaches me about something that I don't know. I'm just there, you know, as a visitor while she's there in her natural habitat. And eventually I realized, people need to watch the story for the rest, but eventually I realized that she's not a mortal human being. She, when the fire breaks out, because the bad guy wanted to do that, she sacrificed herself to extinguish the fire in a magic way all of a sudden, because she's a nymph, an immortal nymph that will only die if she sacrifices herself to save the natural habitat that she represents and protects. And I was in love with that woman. This is not a story that indeed happened, but it's a symbolic parallel story to what happened to me and how I got to connect with nature and the values of paganism. I gotta get you while you under my skin. Alright, we're here recording the theme song for the Wisdom of Odin. We're in the studio and we're recording the vocals. So initially I was trying to find a way to differentiate the traditional Viking music that everybody's used to, right? And I realized that if I switch the rhythm towards something that is a bit less straightforward but more Greek sounding, that will be differentiated. So I started with the rhythm. Then
Over that, I started singing different melodies so I can find something that really suits for this purpose. So we ended up with 2 or 3 ideas, core ideas that I really liked. And I started developing them. So I started adding different layers, and I wanted to hit the emotion that the theme sounds like Viking, but it also has the musical identity of Trago. So I wanted it to be a child between Dunheim's vibes, Viking vibes, and Trago's Greek-sounding melodic music and rhythm. The music identity of Trago is rooted back to ancient and modern Greece. I use only traditional and ancient Greek instruments for my instrumentation. I use Western type of melodies mixed with traditional Greek melodies that are more Eastern-like. I use a variety of straightforward beats and quite weirdly sounding beats for the Western world that stem from ancient Greece and traditional Greece. And then eventually I create something that people can hear from the West, but also has a twist, a little bit something that makes it different. So I want to hit that balance of something I understand and I like and I vibe with a twist that is rooted back to ancient Greece. You asked so many questions, man, so now it's my time for the interview. Let's see what you have to say.
Oh no.
This is the first recording session you've ever done in the studio, right?
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've ever recorded anything in a studio. And it was a little bit more intimidating than I thought it was going to be at first. Just because, we came in here and it's like a dungeon down here. And we're just in this dark hallway under like a restaurant venue. And then all of a sudden there's like this honestly pretty awesome recording studio. And I was like, holy shit. Like, this is like legit. And then all of a sudden there's a booth and there's a guy behind the booth. And I'm like, I honestly didn't even know what to do.
How did it feel to try to sing on a tempo that you're not familiar with?
So the tempo definitely threw me off because, with me, the tempo I usually stick to with shamanic beats is, just very fast, just over and over again, or it's a heartbeat, just a bump, 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 bump. And so to go from something that is like that to bump, 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 pause, bump, 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 pause, bump, 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 pause. Now that's stuck in my head now, but at the same time, I couldn't get it at first. I was trying to like stomp and I was like, what the hell are we doing right now? But I feel like once I actually hit that, and then I was able to kind of change the chant, and then it helped a lot having like your vocals there, and you have more experience with that, so that was super helpful. But overall, like I feel like the end product is going to be amazing. Obviously people listening to this right now are hopefully enjoying it as well.
Favorite part in the whole process?
My favorite part in the whole process was definitely when we were coming together with like the names of Odin. That was actually kind of cool for me because we essentially just took a ritual that I performed last year and now we're transferring it to a song, which is honestly really cool. I mean, that is just a really cool process, especially with like Odin in particular. Odin we have so much work for. We have the runes, we have the names, and so that's really what we pulled in here is, okay, we have a war god, so we're using war runes, we're using, his names, so we have like Grimnir in there as well, which Yulnir we have as well, but that's just kind of special to me, because the first time we performed this ritual with these songs was actually during Yule, so, it's just seeing everything come together, the spirituality aspect and the music aspects, it's awesome. Odin.
So we just finished recording the vocals and it seems to me that the song got fuller. We used gang vocals and war chants and some repeated phrases that can get somebody into the trance. So I think this is very important to have repeated phrases.
Can you even remember the runes that we just sang for an hour?
Yeah. Raido, Urus, Anzus or Thala, and we used a lot of bass vocals and screaming, distorted vocals. A mix of Heilung, a mix of Trago with my typical bass vocals, and I think it sounds very warlike. I think the song sounds fuller now, and I can't wait to go into the final production step.
All right, everyone, thank you so very much for joining us for this video.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we hope you're enjoying this song. It's been, I mean, mostly his creative control over this, and it's turned out great. But it's been great being here in the studio. I hope you enjoyed this kind of weird video because it's a music recording of Greek and Norse music in Greece. So this has been a wild experience, and I hope you've enjoyed the ride. So thank you all so very much, and enjoy this song. Check out Trago's work, and until the hall. And we have a recording studio in the hall, because that would be cool. Let's go.
I want to record that.